Well, the fundamental change is around the movement from institutions to individuals, okay? And that means that all the technology, all the processes we have are on the institutions, and all the funding is there as well. So when we move to the individuals, we're talking about a new one-to-one mechanism for dealing with all the individuals, right? So what that actually means is that all the technology that we know will have to be redefined in terms of new processes and new distribution channels to reach individuals now. So traditionally we've had employer schemes, right, or government schemes, and now what we're moving towards is a much more customized, personalized, individualized solutions, and that means there must be new technology, new processes to deal with that. That's the fundamental change that we're seeing.
This is quite an interesting perspective, but for private pension funds, usually you have to deal with cohorts, let's say. Members are seen like a large cohort of people, and their interests are considered in this perspective. What would mean for pension administrators to deal with people one by one?
Right. Well, it comes down to also how legislation in each country works, okay? So at the moment, a lot of the institutions deal with, or the employers deal with exactly these issues. But the world is changing, okay? And as we then talk about going down to the individual, we're talking about a brand new investment down into specific technology online that deals with those members. So we're seeing in the world, right, the take-up of the internet, the online facilities, that kind of pervasiveness we need to build on for the next level of pensions. It's going to be like online banking, online pensions, and all the things that come with it. It's the same change mechanisms, it's the same investment strategy, it's the same thinking, except we haven't applied it to pensions because pensions has been a cottage industry, an industry where has not really taken priority recently. Now we're seeing the EU prioritising, now we're seeing the rest of the world prioritising. That's the big difference. That's where the investment's going to come from.
Does it also mean that we need more literacy, economic literacy among our participants to the pension funds in order to understand what the pension funds are offering and how to use all these facilities?
Absolutely. So up front now, instead of being at the end of the road where you're sort of approaching retirement, all the education's up front, okay? So the literature, the research is in front of people. So if I look at the way I look at research, I mean, on my pension online account, I've got all the research coming in all around the world from various things talking about where to invest, what to do, what to think about, what the pressures are, what the trade-offs are. It's all there. So I need to know about that. So I no longer go to pension companies for advice. I don't go to advisors necessarily for all that advice. What I do go for is to really just understand what I want to do.